Right.
Yo, mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What is good, man? Welcome to the Thought Party Podcast, where you are the host and we just the guest. So let me introduce the guest, man. To my left or to your right, wherever, man. That's that boy Bill. Everything you know the drill, man. What's going on with you?
Everything's good, man. Staying grateful.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Blessings, man. And I
Yeah.
am Nicholas R, your second guest, man. And I'm blessed too, man. I'm just chilling, man. Taking it day by day, man. Thanks for the feedback on the first episode of the second season. So we back. We missed last week, but we back, man. For
Right.
I wouldn't say the holiday because I don't really celebrate that holiday, but we'll speak on
Right.
that on another episode. So,
Right.
shit. How we gonna start this week off, man? I want to start with the black fact, of course.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So the
Absolutely.
black fact for this week goes to Naomi Osaka,
Oh
pro
yeah.
tennis player. She just dropped her Barbie today.
What?
She just dropped her Barbie today. I know what you're thinking. Oh, I'm gonna get one. They sold out, bro. It's too late.
Wow.
They gone. They sold out. They sold out, and they sold out. So collector's
Damn.
items for sure.
Yes.
She might end up being the best tennis player ever, maybe. I don't know, but she's pretty dope. Um, and yeah, so shout out to her, man, for empowering women, man, because representation matters, man. I'm sure
Straight
when
up.
when black kids see that dog, when uh, uh, anybody sees that dog, they're gonna be like, man, yo, I want to try to be like her. I want to be like her, or she looks like me, or whatever it is. So,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah.
shout out to her for that, and shout out to everybody for getting that. You know what I'm saying? Selling that out real quick, man. Letting them know
Bro,
what
that's
we doing in
crazy.
life. Yeah,
Bro,
that's
I feel
crazy.
like I feel like people think I'm capping. I promise to God, you look. We don't discuss this at all. Nick just drops these on me, so I don't just be up here like, oh shit, but like the wow factor and all that. Like
Yeah,
I don't be knowing none of this, bro. He just be like black facts. I be learning with y'all. So, shout out to Nick for pulling these up every week, man. Cause that's dope. And I didn't even know. I didn't even know she had no Barbie out. That's
yeah.
monumental when you think about it, bro.
That's pretty cool, man.
It's
Collector's
crazy.
item joint. You know, they it's one of them high price Barbies. It's probably like $30 or something. But like still like
Shit.
in the long run, that mug probably gonna be like keep that in the box and stuff on some Toy Story shit. That shit
Yeah,
gonna be worth millions, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
bro. I straight up. Hey, I played myself, and I played myself. We played ourselves a few times during our generation
For
because you
sure.
remember. I can name two right now. The damn Beanie Babies
For
and
sure.
them fucking and them Pokemon cards, bro.
Man,
I
bro.
thought that shit was finna be okay. Pokemon, whatever. I was playing them shits in middle school. Man, people pay heavy money for them joints
Yeah,
now,
big
bro.
money, man. Big money, man. I seen the
Yeah,
Charizard just go for like 3 4 stacks. I'm like, bro, I had that.
right,
Where is that at?
right, right. And then Beanie Babies, I thought was just like,
Oh
okay,
man.
fuck y'all, because it was dumb from the beginning, even to me at the time. I was like, bro, I'm not sitting there with no plush jaw. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do whatever, bro. Them
I
shits.
done popped the tags off so many of them, and my mom done got mad at me for that shit.
Right. Yeah, bro.
Man.
Yeah, bro.
And
Hey,
them joints was expensive then, so like just think now if you had one from like '97 or something, like how much it'll be.
precisely.
It's like crazy.
Hey, somebody will do, I guarantee you somebody trying to get all them bitches and you
Man.
got the one that they need, they'll pay you
Man,
whatever.
they willing to break the bank for it, man.
Yeah, bro.
Shit
So
crazy
them I commend anybody, hey, whoever's smart enough to think on that level. Like I
for
understand your
sure.
kids want to play with them and whatever, maybe get two of them bitches. Let them play with one, keep one in the
Right.
closet.
Keep one in the chamber, man.
Yeah,
Right.
straight up. Cause them, hey, you never know. I was always actually kind of wondering. It's funny you brought that up. I don't want to get too off topic, but I was always wondering like what was going to be the next like thing like that because I feel like it happened back to back in the
I
'90s.
don't know. I mean, I don't know. I
What's the
feel like
next big
I feel
thing?
like the next big things, they be things. You know what I'm saying? It is like they don't really like stick. It'd be like them fidget spinners, and then like they got the little
Uh,
popper things now, whatever the hell them things is. I don't know. I'm not hip, so
yeah,
somebody
nah.
could hit me to that. I don't know. All you do is pop the thing on one side and they come out on the other side. You flip it over and pop them again. I don't know.
Huh.
Like they don't. I don't know of no like stuffed animals or nothing like that, or no like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh type cards. It's like I mean, baseball cards and basketball cards still a thing, and they still going crazy. Steph Curry rookie
Truth,
card just went for like something crazy. So
bro. My dumb ass. that struck a chord with me because man, bro, I one time I had a Jason Kidd card. I don't watch sports, but I know I at least know who that is.
Right.
And bro, my dumb ass, it was like a rookie card. I don't know how much it's worth now or if it's worth anything at the time, but bro,
Jason Kidd rookie card. That mug.
yeah,
Oh my god, bro.
my dumb
I
ass.
don't even want to look it up right now because you're gonna
Yeah,
get
don't yeah, please.
mad.
I'm broke as hell, bro.
Hey, bro.
I'm broke as hell. Don't look that up. But man,
Yeah.
that bro, I washed that some bitch. It was in my damn pocket on the side.
Oh man.
Shit was in the washer, bro. I was so mad. And I didn't realize who he was at the time, but I remember I was just trying to get a rookie card because I always heard that word. And he was, and I remember it being him because I remember not knowing who it was at the time, but like later on discovering that was, Jason Kidd.
Yeah,
So
for sure. Shout out to Jason Kidd, man. He's the
yeah.
new head coach of Dallas Mavericks, man. Black coaches matter, man. You feel me?
Wow. See, man, you be on it, bro. I don't, yeah, you
It's
knowledgeable,
another
bro.
black fact,
Bro,
black fact.
bro, I'm about to get dreadlocks because you just
Oh
be coming
man,
with
come on,
dropping with
man.
the knowledge, bro. You be doing it. You be doing it, man. All that knowledge in the
100%.
dreadlocks.
For sure, man. Well, you got the topic this week, man. So let's hear it, man. What you got?
Yeah, so I often try to come up with solutions. That's how we operate here. And one of the things I was thinking about just like how society was kind of like it's always kind of just something going on, you know what I'm saying? Like we deal with one thing and something else happened and we don't ever really finish dealing with one thing or the other. But I know what one thing has been pretty consistent since like the beginning of what I can remember, and that's media and everything on like TV, movies, anything you would think of. There's influencers now, of course, on social. They even call them influencers. Isn't that crazy, bro? Like
Influencers, yeah.
the name is like if they influencers, who being influenced, right? Don't nobody think of that. But I think of uh what exactly are we putting them, where exactly are we putting them, like what pedestal? Ultimately the question I want to ask is media still a good excuse for not being knowledgeable or being ignorant or acting ignorant? And I just, like I said, I want to ask that because I know that a lot of people blame society, or they kind of shift blame into celebrities and all these other people. And I always think about like, bro, if I don't want to be a certain kind of way, it don't matter what celebrity tell me to do this or do that. But honestly, when you think about it, there's a lot of people who know businesses, for instance, you will use a rapper or a singer or something like that. You see a lot of rappers and shit in like Coca-Cola commercials or Pepsi commercials or whatever, and or you know what I'm saying. You see anybody. I seen Shaq on the General Insurance commercials.
Right. Yeah,
It's like,
Shaq got the bag.
oh, Shaq, bro.
Got the
Shaq,
bag.
yeah. I'd say it like that.
Side
Shaq,
note, but that nigga, he said, like on an interview, he was like, "Who owns Marilyn Monroe? Who owns J.C. Penney's? Who owns this? Me." And I was
yeah,
like, "Damn, Marilyn Monroe, bro, that's
yeah,
crazy, bro.
yep,
Like that's
yep.
crazy,
I
crazy."
think it was Marilyn Monroe, Elvis, and I feel like Jason Priestley, or somebody like one of the old people, like Marilyn
That's
Monroe's
crazy.
time or whatever, bro.
That's crazy.
And this man played basketball like
Just to
behind the
even think
scenes
to be
owning
like, I'm
shit.
finna buy that likeness and all that stuff, because you know that stuff sells every day, fam. It's
Oh
not
yeah,
been
oh
a
yeah,
day where I've not seen a girl in a Marilyn Monroe shirt,
right, bro.
like
It's
probably
it's
ever.
not,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
It's going to continue too. It's going to continue.
right,
She's
exactly.
iconic.
It's gonna
If it was going to fade, it would have faded when it, you know what I'm saying, a long time ago. But if it's still
right,
going on now, it's probably not going anywhere.
right. Elvis too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
precisely.
man,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, and that I'm glad you brought that up too, because that man, I seen that video too, and I was like, man, this dude is not.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's something else. He just
Just made
somewhere
me
else.
think of stuff like I'm like, man, okay, all
Yeah,
right, cool,
yeah,
okay.
precisely. But yeah, so I'm not gonna go get the General Insurance because of Shaq. I mean, he cool, just the homie, whatever. But I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, it's whatever. But they paid him for a reason. They didn't just find some dude. You know what I'm saying? They was Shaq, and we know who that is. So I just want to know, like, how influential are we allowing people to be? And it becomes a little bit more detrimental than insurance when you start looking at rap music, and even just like boy bands of like groups and shit like that, like certain images being propagated over and over again, and shit like that. And I just want to kind of get an idea of what you feel of, like, what specifically is like the boundary, I guess, that you use when it comes to people you listen to influence. I was talking to you earlier before it started about the J. Cole joint. You got the J. Cole shirt on, whatever, and people see that, and be like, yo, like, okay, obviously he rocked with J. Cole. So then I think of J. Cole. If it was like somebody who didn't rap, maybe like Yachty or the Baby or whatever, I'm like, if you wore that, I wouldn't necessarily think of you like in a bad way, but I would think of you like he supports that. So there's something obviously that they're doing that he is attracted to some extent. So I guess I can ask you directly, like, what do you feel like is a boundary, or what do you feel like there's limits, or do you feel like there's still an excuse, or can we just get rid of that notion? And
I feel like different people are different, man. Like I don't necessarily let people influence me, like just because J. Cole on this shirt. I mean, obviously it's the reason I got it. I got it at a concert, so like, but like, and I like tour merch. Like that's just my
okay,
like that. But I got this point. I got a few pair just because I like J. Cole and I like the shoes. You know what I'm saying? They cool. I haven't got every pair, but I'm like, okay, they cool. Black man trying to, you know what I'm saying, get his money and all that stuff. He already got it, but like he's stamping this. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not necessarily like, oh, I want this because J. Cole said it's cool.
mm,
It's just like I think it's cool. I like J. Cole, so I'm a rock with it. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? If I get a thought party shirt, it's because I rock with the thought party. You know what I'm saying? Obviously I'm influenced by the thought party because I'm point 0.5 of the thought party, but like still like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I think people kind of make themselves like they make other people influence them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
okay,
just because you like Master P don't necessarily mean you got to buy the noodles and the rap snacks and all this stuff. I'm buying that shit because it's black owned.
right, right, straight up,
Simple as that. To me, like I don't know. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, different things, different. It's different. Like you said, the influencers or whatever. Like people pay them to like sell whatever it is, whether it's waist trainers or tummy tees or swimsuits
right,
or
yeah,
whatever it is, t-shirts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They obviously are doing something on TikTok or Instagram or whatever that where they have a lot of people engaging with them that would feel like they can sell something with them or for them. But like I don't know, it's kind of a two-way street, man. Like or it can go any way. Like I just feel like people put more into people to where they like let them influence them. Like I kind of do believe that somebody could influence people to do bad shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen it before with the Jim Jones story. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it before, like when he'll like lead a whole cult into like killing themselves and shit. Like,
mm-hmm,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's just
right,
like it's like unfortunate events to where people like it's like, and that's before internet. You know what I'm saying? So like,
that's true.
just thinking now, like if some shit like that was to pop off, like how detrimental it would be and how effective it'll be. You
Straight
know
up.
what I'm saying?
I think a lot of that's true, man. There's it makes me think of like religions and shit like that. 'Cause I think there's a
Right.
lot of church people who had that same mindset. They made the Jim Jones is a good example. I think some people deviate from that and then use like the Bible or whatever. But I think that there's also um people like Kanye who influence people, you can say musically, but also if you think about like his clothes is kind of like off center as far as what we used to, but then they sold out everywhere. Like people will roast Kanye to death, but you can't find nothing he sell because it's always gone. So it's like if I had dropped some shoes that look like somebody just shot through them and there's holes in it, look like they got, you know what I'm saying, like I found them somewhere, what am I
Yeah.
buying? But Kanye sells it and it's like, bro, they, like everybody want, and then not only do they sell out, but they like Yeezys is what I ain't never seen no Yeezys under like 200.
Right.
They two
For
three
sure.
hundred dollars. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
It's, yeah.
I think that
Right.
even like when you bring up TikTok as well, Addison Ray is that lady's name who's been on there, whatever. I seen her hosting some award show. I don't remember what it is, to be honest with you, but she hosting the awards, and it's like what I want to know, like kind of like what makes people what puts people um in that on that pedestal, because a lot of times it's like you wouldn't think the person who's telling the truth or someone who's being honest or something like that gets put on the pedestal, but then it gets to the point where how much influence is too much influence, and is there a good influence or is it all bad, or can some actions just be? Not going back to like maybe Martin Luther King or Malcolm X or whatever. They were Black Panthers as well, influential, but they were attacked because of that.
I feel like it's more bad than good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, like I just feel like it's different, man. Not to sound like them old folks or whatever that was like them old folks when we was coming up listening to music and stuff like that. Like all y'all listen to is this and this and this. But like the music now is so different,
Yeah.
and it's like literally influencing kids to like, and it's different now. It's way different. Like even when I was a kid, like people wasn't on camera with their guns. Like I'm gonna kill you, man. I'm pulling up to you, and they
Mm-hmm.
people getting killed on live, on Facebook Live,
Truth.
on IG Live. Like
That's true.
you know what I'm saying? Like people was like saying where they at, what they doing, having like big straps, like on live, like online, like. That's you can't tell me that they not influenced by whoever they seen do that, whoever they see talking about that, whoever they hear listening to that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, it's more bad than good. They got some good things influencing people. You can use influence for anything, you know what I'm saying? For Naomi Osaka, you know what I'm saying? She killing in tennis. She got her own dog. That's like I know black kids everywhere is looking like, yo, I can do that too. You know what I'm saying? Serena probably got hers, you know what I'm saying? It's like I can do that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's some good influence, but majority of it I feel like it's bad. Or like selling, like you selling clothes the majority of the time, you know what I'm saying, or selling something that really don't have any value or really don't have any, I don't know, just no value really. Like, but it's
Right.
just like just to say, oh, I got the Yeezys on, you know what I'm saying? Or like whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like we all influenced in some way to be like, I'm not gonna be walking around in Walmart shoes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get some,
Bro.
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Yeah.
get some, like, you know what I'm
Straight
saying?
up.
I'm gonna get something like I'm not gonna pay hellas for no shoes, but I'm also not gonna be out here looking like or have like not even like to be looking like it's just like I'm not gonna have something cheap on my feet if I my shit's bust and I'm gonna be like, looking crazy, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like so I gotta get something a little durable, you know what I'm saying?
But the fact that you brought up a good point too, because a lot of times that's a level of influence. We don't want people to be, but I think we call that a different word when it's us, because I don't want. It's like I don't want people to be thinking that I'm some kind of way. But it's almost like that in and of itself was taught to us. Even if I think that I'm talking about Kanye and all these rich people, all these famous people, but and it's easy to feel immune to it because I'm not out killing people, or you know what I'm saying. But it's also, man, like I don't wear a lot of shit. If I'm out and I'm trying and I know I'm trying to look fresh, I make sure the brands is out and make sure you see what I've got on, who who made this, who made that. Shit like I think there's it's funny, going back to Shaq. Shaq actually I think does sell at Walmart. Goes to them kids who ain't got the money for the Jordans. And he said some shit about I can't remember the number he made, but he made a lot of money off the shoes he sell, which is crazy because it's like there's like you said, you saying everything perfect, bro. There's a good and there's a bad to it. But there's more bad, I think, because a lot of people who are doing bad are monetizing from it versus the people who are doing good, they try to influence. They ain't necessarily trying to get money. They're just trying to, be something good. But if you're doing bad and you're trying to get money, you got influences and marketing and advertisement and all this other shit backing you because you can get so much from people seeing what you're doing, which is odd how you can't really get rid of it as a whole. Influence sounds like it's something that, I think for myself. I like to say that. I think for myself, or I have my own. This whole thing is based on us thinking for ourselves. But I think the fact that we are able to still say, if I go out, like you just said, I'm not going to Walmart for no shoes. I'm the same exact way, bro. Like I'm not having nobody see me in no Walmart joints. But it's like,
I might get some
why?
sandals or something. But
Yeah, some low key
is
that
it
can't nobody tell,
but
but
sometimes sometimes it's not even that. Like sometimes it's not even like, oh, I can't be seen in no Walmart joints. Like honestly, now I don't care. I'm married now, bro. Like we used to buy clothes. Just face it, we used to buy clothes to impress women. We used to do everything to impress women,
Yeah.
get our hair cut, get whatever it is, get all our accessories, rings, earrings, all that shit, chains, all that shit just to impress women. Cars, all
Right.
that just to impress women. I'm good now. I got it now. So like what I can go out in that, but like I said, I'm trying to be comfortable. I don't need no shoes busting on me my third week wearing them or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what them shoes is like kind of made. They not really made to last. You feel me? So
Right.
like if I'm buying something, hopefully it's gonna last a few years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, but
Yeah.
like at the same time, people do have that or don't have that luxury to be like, oh well, I'm gonna buy some Pumas instead of buying uh, the Walmart joints. You know what I'm saying? And then the kids they get the Shacks. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? It's just what their mom can afford or what their dad can afford. And then
Right.
they go to school and get roasted for them because they don't have the J's because whoever roasting them, mom can afford the J's, but he can't. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's it's a
So
slippery slope for sure.
so can we still say as a whole, or not even as a whole, really, but can we still say at all that media is a problem? Because I think that right now it becomes a place where good can be propagated, but so can bad. So for the most part, you can get rid of media as far as it being evil, but I think then the good people don't have the opportunity to be able to be like, okay, but here's the other side of that, or let me use my influence to do something that's not, uh,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's also difficult for someone who is looking for influence in a more positive way to find what they need, and be okay with like dodging around the good stuff and the bad stuff, because for the most part there's all of this together, and you watch one spot like Instagram, for instance. If you want some positivity, you can go to Instagram, but you also most likely going to see a lot of people studying, or you know what I'm saying, like flashing, and a lot of shit you ain't trying to look at. So it's like, what is a good, I guess, what is the a way to counteract that from the person who is trying to get on the other side of that? Because for me, I try to keep like positive shit in front of me, but it's really hard not to compare numbers. It's really hard not to compare views and likes and all this other shit. And I think that the reason the what I'm comparing it to is what I've been seeing um other people do. Like I see other people in my spot or in a spot that I think I should be able to coexist in, and I see where they at. And it's hard to, sometimes I want to use it to kind of help me build, but other times it's like it's kind of dangerous to not try to compare from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you run into that? Cause I feel like, bro, cause I see your IG and you winning that life, bro. You winning, bro. I see you. You got the wife. You got the kids. You got, you know what I'm saying. I see you on the court all the time. You know what I'm saying. You just doing your shit,
Yeah.
bro. And you know what I'm saying. And I'm like, I'm not like. Let me say. I guess we can talk directly because we know each other. When I see you, bro, it influences me to do well with my life, to do better, and be in a better spot. But is that, if you was doing stupid shit and I still looked at you the way I looked at you, and could I use you as an excuse? Like, well, I only did this because everybody else doing it. Like you go back into gang shit, or even politics. Because to me, I think, there's a lot of similarities. Can I look at media as or a piece of media, or a social media platform, and be like, I did this because this person did it, and that's all I see? Is that all I see? I say, I don't know if to say if it's an excuse or a reason, but if it's the all I see monster, like if I have to encounter that, is it good or is it bad? Does it exist, or is it my fault because I took the action to represent myself in that manner?
I understand everything you're saying. I kind of think it kind of just really boils down to your decision. But that shit can be influenced by what you seeing, what you looking at every day. So you think about it as like how everybody want love, right? Everybody wants love, but like women, they grow up thinking, oh, Prince Charming gonna come along. He's super nice all the time. He treats me so good all the time. We never fight. We never argue. It's just sweep me on my feet, take
Right.
me from the monster, and take me away. We live happily ever after. But that's not reality. So when it do hit, they like, damn, what is this? You know what I'm saying? This ain't what I thought my life was gonna be. Or look in hindsight, reality TV. So like they seeing all this
Right.
whatever on reality TV, they thinking that's what it is, and they thinking every time, oh well, I had to have a meetup with this person because they had to apologize for saying this to me, and it's like, bro, everything don't deserve an apology. Everything, you know what I'm saying, shouldn't be influenced by like just everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to look for your own influences and know what's reality and what's Instagram and what's, you know what I'm saying, what's social media, what shit is fake, because a lot of shit be fake on Instagram. Like you say, I look like I'm living a good life. I do live a good life. So for one, but like I'm not like the richest man in the world, you know what I'm saying? But like I do have my family and I do go hoop and work out and record and do all these things. But that's the stuff that influences me. I try to stay on the good side of influence, because I mean that's just how I was raised. I mean I see it all too, just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain things that I don't look at because I can't look at cops killing black folks. I can't do it. I haven't seen a video of that since I don't know when. I just can't do it. I don't want that type of stuff in my mind. I can't look at people killing each other.
Hmm.
Can't
Yeah.
like it. I can look at a fight, but like once it's like it goes super left, then it's like, all right, like come on, like what's the point of this? Like this is crazy. Like
Right.
certain things like don't even uh rub me the right way. Frequent like the frequency of it doesn't rub me the right way. Like it's all like if it's negative, or you can take positive and negative out of anything. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just try to stay positive. I just try to look at all the positive stuff. I might look at something and like go off on it like, you know what I'm saying, anybody else, you know what I'm saying? But like that's just that influence, that thing that's whatever it is in, and really it's just the frequency. But whatever it is that see you when you on the shade room or whatever, and you see somebody that got in some trouble, or you see somebody that fucked up, and you just like, oh, so and so did this. He crazy, bro. Like, hey, bro, it's nuts, bro. Why he do that? You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, we don't know. None of this shit happened.
Mm, truth.
You wasn't there. I wasn't there. They could be making all this shit up. I look back at it. I used to watch wrestling, had everything WWE. That's how I look. That's how I look at life. Like dead ass serious. Everything's WWE, and we
Yeah.
all know wrestling ain't quote unquote fake, but it's scripted. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like they know what's gonna happen. They know what they're gonna do. They improv in the ring on as far as they moves and stuff like that. For the most part, they know who's gonna win.
Hmm.
They know who's gonna take over. They know who finna switch on this part. They you know what I'm saying? They go through these things. You know what I'm saying? Like so like I just feel like everything be like that. Like they could just be throwing stuff out there just to distract the minds of people. You know what I'm saying? Influence people this way instead of having them influencing on what's really good, like what's really going on in the world and what's really going to affect them, instead of worrying about what rapper is sleeping with whoever, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, or
Yeah.
what basketball player getting divorced from his wife, or what who got caught cheating, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever
Yeah.
it is, whatever stupid shit it is, or what rapper is in jail for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that's a whole nother topic. Like rappers is definitely getting targeted right now, and
Yeah. I've been seeing that
because
shit for
man,
years, bro.
they end up in trouble. Like recently though, it just feels like they just cracking down on their ass. Like they
Yeah.
just like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Like we on you. You know what I'm saying? We on your ass. We on your ass. Like, and that's crazy, man. Like I just feel like people just let people live, but at the same time, you got to think about what they talking about in their raps,
Yeah.
what
I was.
they, you know what I'm saying, like what they bringing
Yeah.
to the table. I'm not trying to be, but playing devil's advocate here. That's what they looking at it. They're like, oh, he said this in the rhyme. He said that in the rhyme. He this. You know what I'm saying? He
Bro.
said he don't need this. He said he got that fire on him. He said this. And then the last club he did a performance at got shot up. So like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta hire extra security because we don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a
Precisely.
lot to go into it, but at the same time, some of these kids is just kids, bro. Some of these rappers is like kids fresh out of whatever, you know what I'm saying, fresh out their mama basement, and they like trying to live and make a way of life, and they trying to turn their life around. and then they'll get hit with whatever it is the cops trying to hit them with. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they got weed and guns on them. Yeah, bro. Like, what you mean? We made it out the hood, bro. Like, and people didn't. People that's
Yeah.
next to me didn't, and they might, you know what I'm saying? I might be into it with them. You don't know what people like. You gotta allow people to protect themselves. You know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, just know how to play the role, man. Like how to play the part.
And I think a lot of people, a lot of rappers, a lot of artists don't seem to grasp that. I think it gets caught up again going back to influence. It gets caught up in what we perceive them as if we see them out and they not being real. If you rapped about it in your tracks and then we see you out in the club and somebody try to do something to you and you scared and you running, that's gonna influence your reputation.
Right.
So then people gonna be like, oh shit, like I'm not gonna listen to dude because he was at the club, and then it goes back to the shade room, and we don't know what happened. But sometimes this shit do happen, sometimes it don't. It just depends on the circumstance, of course. Sometimes it do happen, but it's like half truths too. People
Right.
just trying to make really good headlines, so then they exaggerate some shit that didn't really happen the way they try to make it sound like, but something like that happened, or you know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
can go both ends, but I think also what you said something important about uh kind of being mindful of what influences you, because I think a lot of people that goes directly into what we discuss too, because it's a lot of the times it's uh people don't not allowing or people not realizing that's important
Mhm.
because they don't see that what's being kind of input into them some kind of way is like music. You go back to some rappers, or looking at movies or whatever. I think people don't really realize that you have to consciously guard yourself, and that go and like you have the ability, you have the ability to live the life that you are living, because you didn't allow the stuff you listened to, the stuff that was around you, get into you some kind of negative way to where you was out. And I thank God that you had your parents or whatever. Like, I'm not trying to get on your business, but at the end of the day, you where you at, and you could be a lot worse.
Mhm.
So there was choices you made, things that were kind of ingrained in you, shit like that, and in me as well. I would grew up, what I'm saying. I grew up in 19th Kansas. You know what I'm saying? One street down from Martin Luther King. I could have been some shit too, but I think the fact that I was able to like step back and be like, oh, this ain't like, I see people talking about this, and this don't seem to be a good idea. Kind of stopped me from going out and doing stupid shit. Although there was some dumb shit I went out and did, I'm not in jail,
Right.
and there was a lot of people who don't have whatever that is. Not saying I'm better, but there was something that they didn't do, or something they did do that I either did or didn't do. And if I had went out and did it, I couldn't have been like, well, I could have, but ultimately, like you said, it goes back to the choices. It goes back to the individual, at least in my opinion as well, is that you are able to navigate through the influences. You ain't got to just do what everybody's doing around you, and a lot of people can't grasp that in their mental, because it becomes this trying to fit in shit, or peer pressure or whatever. And rappers, I don't know if they're getting I don't keep up with the news enough to know if they're getting targeted or not, but I think that they are getting put in a bad spot, because every other outlet, actors and even singers, a lot of singers, for different genres, can go out, they can sing whatever. The problem with rap is that they're pretty much confessing the crime on record. All you do is put a beat on it, and they just call it a track. But I think that ultimately it's all ultimately them saying, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. But once they make it out, I won't ever hear the other side of the music, really, as far as them getting out and being like, okay, I was here, now I made it out. It's always, I stay with this, I stay with the strap, I da da da, I got this money. It's like, yo, like, okay, so can you walk us through the journey you took to get out? Because obviously you don't want to be there. So why are you influencing the people that's still back there, keeping them, giving them a soundtrack to almost want to stay in that mindset? You know how bad it is. That's why you work so hard to get out, and now you out. You're not helping people get out. You helping people stay in with that music a lot of times. And I think that those people in those spaces be like, well, this is all I know. I've heard that so many times. This is all I know. I don't know nothing else. This is all I know. This is all I know. But they're not dumb people. So
Right.
it's like they have so much coming at them. Everybody around them is thinking the same thing, and everybody's getting the same information from the same people. And a lot of times it's media. No one, I don't, I mean, a lot of people are sitting down, are discussing things now, I think a little bit more openly, but for the most part, a lot of people are trying to communicate the fact that they don't know nothing else. They don't know how to get out of the situation. But I don't consider that a thing that you can say to some extent because there's so much information out and there's so many different ways. Everybody, most people, I shouldn't say everybody, a high percentage of people have cell phones or some sort of way to get online, look this up, look that up. And I think that the problem becomes sometimes when you're in a situation to where you think that's all you can do, but ultimately you were just making the conscious choice to allow that to be the only thing that you can do. And I know I don't want to sound too rude or too controversial because I'm on the other side of it, but I think part of it is also true. And I can I can't be on her cap. I think that a lot of times it's people also making decisions to be, and there's power in some of those places too, and a lot of people don't discuss that either. Being the top of your block or your area and people just knowing you, like there's power that comes with that. A lot of people don't want to let go of that, and then you get what I'm saying, if you start branching outside of like the black community and a lot of urban or whatever kind of communities, you start looking at influences with like cowboy hats or some shit. Like, why does everybody wear the same damn cowboy hats? Or everybody got the same boots on, the same belt? Why would I think of like a goth person? They had goth people in school, but everybody was different in the same way. Like, I didn't understand that. Like, everybody's trying to be different, but everybody wore the same shit, trying to be different. And it's almost like we get taught what difference is and kind of get locked into these identifying boxes of what somebody can be. And I think that comes from media or just people talking about enough about who they are, but it just sounds the same because that's all you're around the same kind of people all the time.
Yeah, for sure, man. I feel like what you spoke on a lot with that with the rap and all that stuff, and people staying trapped into that or keeping our people trapped into that. I feel like the labels have something to do with that too, but I guess you can tie them into media and shit like that. They basically are telling them, hey, you got to keep making this type of music, man. You got to keep making this type of music that got you here because we want to keep the black man down. We want to keep all these people trapped up in the hood, man. We only gonna pull one or two of you out from where y'all from, and then
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that. But I just feel like, man, you gotta know. It's like something with T.I. I know Tip, he had gotten into like some trouble or whatever. They like trying to frame him or trying to like, you know what I'm saying, spark up some shit, but like sex trafficking stuff or something like that.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
and like basically he's saying, bro, that shit ain't true. They trying to, you know what I'm saying, they trying to pull that over y'all eyes because I won't do what they want me to do because I'm intellectual Tip now and I talk with big words and I use big this and I'm not rapping about 24s and fucking hoes no more. And I switch my image up. They don't like that shit. So like now they like, oh, okay, well, woo, you family man now, you doing all this shit. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? We gonna say that y'all was doing this. And like they'll do anything to like diminish your name and like have people look at you like so people will be influenced like, man, Tip crazy. Oh, Tip and Tiny, they crazy. Or like whoever it is like, why would they do that? Why would they do that? And then but if you think about it, and it's crazy. Like the whole it's so many powers that be that control more than you think. You know what I'm saying? So like you kind of got to take everything, look at everything with a blind eye and like just choose what you're going to be influenced by and choose what you're not going to be influenced by. You got to take things to a certain line. You know what I'm saying? Like say you watching a game or something like that. I use this example. Say you watching a game and your team losing or your team winning, whatever. Don't get too hyped up to where you just like, yeah, man, yeah, and I'll whoop anybody out here. You know what I'm saying? Because it happened. I don't know if you've seen the video when the Suns was playing the Nuggets, and it was like some Nuggets fans whooping at this Suns fan, and he tried to swing on him, and the Suns fan caught him and beat him down. Like, yeah, Suns in 4. Yeah, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? You let your influence of that team get your ass whooped.
Right.
They not paying you, bro. The Nuggets is not paying you. Right. The Nuggets is not paying you, fam.
Right.
But you like people like that, and I know that happens especially in baseball. It especially in football. I know that happens all the time when people just like, yeah, man, Cardinals, dude, I knock your head off. You a Cubs fan? Fuck. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, you letting your team, whole team influence you that really don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
They ain't
And
met you. They don't know. They just know he buy t-shirts. He got a couple caps. He done bought some tickets. You know what I'm saying? He got
yep,
jerseys and all that stuff. He just a fan. You just a fan,
a
bro.
fan, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to know when to turn them influences off to where it's just like, um, I'm not letting J. Cole run my whole life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I will listen to his album. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you got to like, I don't know. It's weird to me. Like, people
You
will take influence and make it to be like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they do, I got to do. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, it's almost like it feels like a, to some extent, like a belonging. People
Yeah.
like to feel like they belong, and it's like if I'm influenced by somebody and you a fan of them, then we a fan of them. Now we closer because you like them, I like them, and you know what I'm saying. It's like approval to some extent. Like if I'm doing it and you doing it, we doing it, and now it's like now we just in some place that people don't usually go unless they bond in that way. And it's like, truthfully, I don't think everyone needs to be connected because that's too. It's a lot of. I mean, I think that there's levels to connection too.
Yeah. Not connected in
Um,
every way.
yeah,
I feel
exactly.
what you're saying.
But
Yeah.
I think, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people kind of bring too much of it into their lives. And I think that sometimes it gets to the point where it's like you said with the fan, like my man's probably knocked whoever out. And I don't know the aftermath. I didn't see the video, but he could have went to jail. He could have lost his job. Who knows if that man got kids or not? Who's watching him on, you know what I'm saying, on TV? It's like, bro, like you just did all that for these people. Like you said, they ain't paying them. You ain't got nothing. They not finna carry you. Nothing. Don't. The only reason we recording you and we know who you are, which we don't even know who he is because he got in that fight, and then that's over. So it's
So like,
like,
don't nobody know who dude is, but
right,
dude that whooped on him, Devin Booker flew him out for a game and gave him a
yeah,
jersey. He had the game posing like, yeah, four.
right.
Like, people know him. Like, he
But
Instagram famous now. You know what
but
I'm
I
saying?
mean,
And he
okay,
influenced. Hopefully, he didn't influence other fans to just hop on a opposing team fan and whoop their ass. You know what
that's
I'm
what I'm.
saying? So like,
But that's what I'm bringing up though. It's like, okay, they celebrated him pretty much for doing that
yeah,
today.
they did.
Whoever.
They did.
So
They
then
did.
everybody,
I did too. So I'm a I did too.
yeah,
So
I mean,
it
but
was funny. Shit.
some, I mean, but at the end of the day, some people ain't got the wherewithal to be like, that was a video. Some people like, oh, they flying motherfuckers out for beating some motherfuckers ass.
Right? Exactly.
I'm about to
Exactly.
go, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go to this game acting food. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? They made this a major thing. I want to get back to one thing though before we jump off here is that you brought up Ti and you brought up everything that's going on with him currently. I don't know exactly what's going on, but one thing I heard of course, I'm sure the whole world of it heard of it was Bill Cosby, and wrapping that into kind of this topic is, I think, the evolution of influence becomes uh, legacy, and I think that um, Bill Cosby, of course, had the Cosby Show and all this other stuff that we all know, Fat Albert and all this other stuff. I'm not going to go through his whole list. I'm sure y'all are aware. But the thing is that he influenced a lot of people. His show and a lot of creators created shows based off of them seeing the first black family that wasn't ratchet or whatever, and he had a lot to do with that. And these allegations, I don't know. I call them allegations because I don't. No one was there, like you said. He obviously got released from prison, so I mean, I don't know. Everyone can have their own opinion about that. What I am saying is that, do you feel like, and you just said about Ti, and this is what made me think of this. You just said about Ti being positive now, using big words and kind of going about it, not talking about what he used to talk about. Now he gets in more trouble than when he used to. So it's like, do you think that there is a benefit at the end of it all to being positive in that way, or do you think it's all going to be, or not all, but do you think a lot of it can be um, an eventual trap because he is a black man who influenced a lot of people, and there's nothing worse as far as society now than sexual allegations. That's just where things are. You said it ain't even got to be facts. If you get accused of doing something, then it's a wrap. It's pretty much like you did it. So, do you feel like there is, a what should people even aim to be positive? If all you gonna do, imagine how much success and how many years Bill Cosby had, and then boom, this hits him, and then you know what I'm saying?
By NBC.
It's yeah, it's
Um, I
it's
mean,
crazy.
yeah, I mean, you got to have positive, man, because without the balance of positive and negative, we wouldn't know what the hell was going on in the world. Um, but I mean, it does seem like the nice guys finish last type shit, like
Mhm.
or the black man never finishes type shit, or the black man always got to have a stripe by his name for whatever it is. Like, but I mean, you just got to keep your head on and keep moving, man. Like, cause they'll take you out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that's not here no more that tried to influence the world. But if you're willing to die for it, man, die for it. That's what
Mm.
I say. If you're willing to go to, if you're willing to fight for it, and do do more good than bad to your community, and you might have to take some bullets for it. You might have to take some jail time. You might have to die for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, stay positive, man. Fuck that.
I agree
That's
with
how I
that.
feel.
I'm really big into positivity. It's hard though. I gotta think of both sides. Not saying that I'm thinking about going to the other side, but just consciously thinking outside the box where I'm at. Um, Man, it's got to be heavy to think one day out of all the good you're gonna do, they're gonna tarnish your name. Like, and I actually heard. I don't know how true this is, but I heard this, bro. I heard a lot of people didn't even like Martin Luther King while he was alive, bro. There was a lot, they did like some sort of study or poll or some shit. When he was alive, people hated him. Like it was just like I don't know example. I wasn't around then, so I can't give a proper correlation.
Who you
Uh,
talking about?
Martin Luther King.
Oh, okay.
They said people didn't like him until after after he passed, and then now he celebrated him. He got streets named after him and stuff like that. It's like, is it maybe it's going to be at the end of the day worth that? Not saying that I'm not here trying to be the next whoever. I'm just trying to be me and get through life and try to do as much good as possible. But it does hurt to think that someone like that could be hated and not appreciated during his life. They did a
Yeah.
they did his autopsy, and I guess he had a heart of like a really old man or someone that was more of his age. He only died, I think he was like 30 something, and or maybe 20. Man, I don't know. He was young, but his heart was like I can't remember the number. And I don't want to I don't like stretching shit, but it was old. Like because he had been going through so much shit, and it's like bro, like you got to be willing to be that. The
Yeah.
bad people are going to be bad influences. They're going to get praised regardless of what takes place. The good people are going to get punished for them being good.
Hey, let me pause right quick. They finna walk
All
in.
right, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Okay. But yeah, I don't think I didn't have too much sales to that, but I just think that there's a lot of we just have to be prepared. If you're going to be good, a lot of good I see gets punished, unfortunately. And I'm not trying to say just in case they did do whatever, it's not my business. But like I agree with the NBC thing with Cosby, and I know there's some influences other than the people we talked about that need to be acknowledged as well. I think even just them trying to influence the media about the tennis player we were talking about earlier. People was acting like she was all completely irrational. She apparently left the whatever tennis thing. Forgive me, I don't watch tennis, but
Yeah, it was some tournament. I don't think it might have been the U.S. Open or the French Open, one of these two.
yeah, she left that because of some reasons she had to. But the media tried to influence everyone's thoughts about her
Hmm.
because uh, well, I don't know why exactly, but I have a sneaky suspicion that it was definitely because she was somebody coming up. She's somebody who's not white and it is going through something real. So of course they could use the opportunity to take advantage of it. But I wish the best for her, and I wish the best for Cosby and Ti too. And anybody else, even if you in your circle, we say names that everybody know, but if you in your circle and you trying your damnedest to be positive, man, I commend you for holding on. Definitely stay in there. Don't turn to that bullshit. I know sometimes it's hard. Um, But just keep at it, man. I think that there's a lot of people who got some good to say that don't know how to say it in a way that feels like you screaming into the air, like you screaming into a crowd or some shit. And sometimes I feel like that too. But at the end of the day, man, I think it is worth keeping your head up and staying on the right track. So I'm pulling up the Black Business. Go ahead, bro. You got anything you want to drop in before we
No,
cut to
man,
that?
I'm good. I'm good right now, man. But till you get to that, I guess we can kind of sign off this topic, man. So, like, if y'all have anything to say, of course, pull up a seat, join the table, join the party, and let us know what you think, man, on Twitter, on Instagram, emails,
You can drop a
whatever.
line on the site too. I put a spot in
Drop
there
a
to where
line
y'all
on the
can,
site.
yeah, any topic y'all want to talk about or whatever, we can go through it. Y'all, go to ShermanMasonProductions.com.
Yeah,
And you'll see the thought part join on there. Definitely jump in and let us know what you think about this topic. Let us know what you want to talk about next topics,
right.
whatever,
For
bro.
sure. We got merch, so go there. It's that
Yep.
same website. Get your t-shirts, get your hoodies, get your sweatpants, get your book bags, all that, man. We got it. So help us out, man. Let us know you support us, show you love in that way. I'm rocking a t-shirt. Take a picture of it, tag us. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? I need to get a couple shirts myself, so
Yeah,
I'm
bro. I
working
got you
on
when I get my check, bro. I'm out here trying to scrap up this noodle money,
it.
but
Man, please.
I got you when I get my bread, bro. I'm gonna send you some out.
All right, so bet.
Hey, so the Black Business this week, man. I want to show some love to Eye of Garnett. Is EYE of Garnett, Garnet. Uh, I'm on the. They do 3D printer merch or items shit like that, which is so dope to me because I always, bro, 3D printing kind of scare me. Like I don't know exactly what that shit is, but it's cool as hell that they can pull that shit off, bro.
Like
They
the
then
new RIP shirts, how they be having like the whole person on the whole shirt, just the
yeah,
picture.
yeah, bro. I'm like,
Yeah, them shits
that's
be nice,
scary,
man.
bro. And then bro, they was talking about 3D printing some meat. You ever heard about there was a restaurant talking about 3D printed meat, bro? Like machines making people eating steak that they printing out. I don't know. 3D, but I'm dead. I'm dead ass, bro.
Yo, that's crazy as hell.
I'm dead ass.
That's crazy.
So I don't know what the hell it is, but I Garnett does a really good job at it, and I kind of got a better understanding after looking at some of this stuff. They got products. I see some earrings. If y'all like anime, there's some dope ass anime shit on here, bro. Attack on Titans. I see shit from Avatar, Last Airbender. That's my shit, bro. I can't lie. Yeah, I see shit on there from that. They got keychains. I see a lot of shit on here for um for anime fans, definitely for sure. So I definitely think y'all should really check it out because I know a lot of people like anime. I follow a lot of people that like anime because I know y'all love it. And black people, and going back to we was actually just talking about RDC because fam got the J Cole shirt on. They was just in that new video. Shout out to RDC, and I'm gonna give it just a quick shout out to them only because a lot of people was ashamed to bring up they like anime, but unless it was like Dragon Ball Z. But
Right.
bro, RDC shows, you know what I'm saying? They show that anything is black if black people do it. It's not just certain things that we get
Okay.
locked into. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful that I see this stuff on this website, man. Definitely check it out. I'm gonna give y'all the site right now. I'm gonna put it in the description too, so y'all make sure y'all go check it out. Make sure you get y'all locked in right. It's Etsy. Y'all know Etsy, right? ETSY. Etsy.com. Search Eye of Garnet. Or I say Garnet, but it's probably Garnet. Garnet. Definitely check them out. They got 5 stars on here, reviews. So you know shit's dope.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely check it out. Let us know what you got too. I see some coasters on here. I see a lot of shit, bro. There's a lot of shit. I gotta talk to them about see how they made this. Cause I still have no clue what 3D printing is. Isn't that crazy, bro? They can just print shit out.
That's crazy.
People could just print shit out. It's crazy, bro. So yeah, let us know what you
Okay.
got, and I'll be looking forward to seeing the new pics, y'all. So that's all I got for me, man. You got anything you want to give to him before we head out?
I got nothing, man. Appreciate y'all for having us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This is the podcast where y'all the host. So we just the guests, man. We just here. So thanks for having us, man. This
yeah,
is the Thought Party Podcast. I'm Nicholas R. Shermanville. Everything, you know the drill. So
yes.
we out of here, man. Until next week, man. Keep hope alive. Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.